really professional performance against Bristol Rovers last night. Presumably that just gives you plenty of motivation, inspiration, everything you need for Saturday.
It was the performance we needed. You have to go and earn it, I said last night, and we certainly did that. We had a game plan, if you like, but we just knew we had to go and compete. We had to scrap and fight and be organised, but we had the quality to play, and it worked out pretty well. Bar, I felt we should have put the game to bed. Apart from that, we've come out of it pretty well. It's a tough physical local derby where we've picked up 1 or 2 bumps and bruises. We're back in this morning, as you can see, to make sure we do everything properly for Saturday.
And can you do the same amount of work before a Saturday game that you
No,
normally do?
It's an awkward one. We haven't played on a Wednesday for quite some time, so it's a quick turnaround, but it won't hinder us. It won't take away our energy. It just means we'll have a quiet couple of days, just perhaps a little bit more technical stuff and tactical stuff, but we'll just be getting the legs going this morning, making sure a few are fine. The boys who didn't play will be playing in a little bit of a practice matches with the youth team, just to get their legs going. They've had a day off yesterday, as such they need to get back on it, and then we'll sort of pick a team Friday ready for a really tough game on Saturday.
You've got a wasp on the top of your head,
right,
by the way.
Yeah, I'm not scared. No way, sorry.
I mean, it's gone. You're right. Is this actually, the sort of game that you have a squad for, really? I suppose if one or two can't make it.
Yeah. Like I said, it was a tough game. Everybody gave their all, which we asked, which they did. We were bound to 1 or 2 had got little knocks, but given a quiet couple of days, I expect nearly everybody to be. I expect everybody to be fit. To be honest, we'll assess everything again today and again tomorrow, and we'll try and pick the best team that we can to try and get 3 points.
The run you're on at the moment, is it more than just Alan Bennett coming back into the team?
I think it's no coincidence. I think we've been more organised, better led. I don't mean led as in the captain's armband, but his experience back there with Stevie has been exceptional, and I thought they were really good last night. The two of them, along with the rest of the back four and the keeper, the holding midfield players. I thought our work rate was superb, and that's what you've got to do. 4 games unbeaten, and it's really pleasing to get 3 clean sheets in that as well.
Yeah, you mentioned the keeper. Is Scott Brown a better goalkeeper now than he was 12 months ago for you?
I've said that all along to you. I thought he had a couple of games early in the season where I thought he could have done better, but I think we could have done better as a team, helping him out. We've worked on the training ground on a couple of things, and you can see the difference. That said, do I think Scott is a better goalkeeper? 100% I do. I think he's improved 15-20% as a keeper, and I think he stood up to the test of being sort of not a first choice keeper automatically, and he did fantastically well last season. His attitude was spot on, and I think he's seen a benefit from that now.
And after last night's win, set up perfectly for Fleetwood on Saturday,
Yep.
5th versus 3rd.
Yeah, very good. That's our aim is to get as high up the table as we can, as quickly as we can, and to stay there. I said to the boys, I want to be aiming to go above Fleetwood on Saturday, and the only way we could have done that was to win last night. And we take one game at a time, but little goals, mean that the boys have something to focus on. And I thought last night's performance was excellent, and we're going to need exactly the same tomorrow.
Yeah, I suppose Fleetwood are where most people would have expected them to be.
Yep, after winning the Blue Square Prem pretty well, very very well. They're a club on the up. They're well backed by a very young, ambitious chairman. They're well run by a very young, ambitious manager. I was fortunate enough to take Kidderminster up there a few years ago, and I know it's improved since then, the stadium, but the pitch was unbelievably good. It was as good as anything I've ever seen. The whole place just oozed that it was going to do something. You could tell something was going to happen there. The number of Sky TVs and televisions in the bar, in the area for all the fans, and it was just. It's a club on the up, and I think you know, Mickey's brought really well over the summer, brought some real quality, some real experience, and they'll look to maintain the momentum that they had from last year, and that other clubs have also managed to do over the last couple of years coming out of the Blue Square Prem.
Are they still as attack-minded as they were last year?
Obviously lost Vardy, but in different ways, you know, Parkin, Gillespie, Mangan, Ball, Brown, and others, Barkusen. They've got some real quality attacking outlets, and we will be, you know, our focus today is just getting the legs moving, making sure that we recover from last night and everything's fine for tomorrow. The players will be aware of some of their players that they maybe don't know, but you know, we know we've got a job on our hands, but also, you know, we looked a real threat ourselves last night. The most chances we've created, probably in a game, you know, but for better finishing, we could have been out of sight.
Thank you, good luck.
My pleasure.
Mark, midfield-wise, you've got Sam Deering and Darren Carter in from last season. Obviously, you wanted to keep Luke Summerfield, so slightly different. But do you think it's as strong as it was last? Because that was, you know, one of the foundations of last season. Wasn't it?
Yeah. I think so. Summers was good, but you know, he's not here, and we've moved on. I think Darren Carter's showing. I think he's been excellent since he's come in. He's certainly, him and Sam, Marlon, Russ are giving me real options in there. We can play. I think they can play a 2. Whoever decides to play, we can certainly play a 3 very well. And watch this space. We might be trying to add something as well.
What, lone player or?
Yeah, might be trying to bring in a lone player. I think we're a little bit light on numbers. I think we've got options in attack. I think we've got options out wide-ish. I think I'm looking at maybe trying to take another midfield player just to add something. He can play wide and inside if I need him to.
Yeah. How nice is it to be able to add something to where you've already got options rather than scraping around trying to you know, desperately bring somebody in when you.
Yeah, that's what we have to be now. And you know, we're a club that does things properly. We try and play the right way. One thing I do need is I need the crowds to improve. I need the crowds to come and get behind the boys. A big plea from me, if you like, without anybody asking me, not the chairman. But you know, I'm going to the chairman asking for, can I bring this in? Can I bring this in to improve us? And I think he's a little bit worried that, you know, expectations are there, but we're still only getting 2,500 people. You know, the last couple of home games, and just a big plea from me: bring your pals, bring your family, get behind the players, because that's going to long term. Don't just sit home and watch the TV and listen to it on the radio about how good we can be. Come and see for yourselves. Hopefully we can, you know, over the season we can produce for you. But you know, as much as the club needs you, I need you right now, because, like I say, I want to add to what we've got at the right times. Not stupidly, but I need. I think we're a little bit down on where we thought we'd be with a couple of games, and you know, we run a tight ship here. We run it pretty well, and the more supporters we can get through the gates, and obviously that comes with performances and results. You know, we're not stupid enough to think any different. Yeah, that would certainly help me.
Yeah, if you look at the crowds last season compared to the year before, they were significantly up, weren't they? So if you are up there, hopefully they will start coming back.
Yeah, you know, I know that times that, you know, economically it's really fraught out there, and I understand that. But all I would say is come down and give the club, give the players, give me, the chairman, that little bit of ammunition when we need to be able to go and get something, because that's what it does mean at the moment. You know, like I say, I pushed and pushed and pushed in the summer to be able to get the players that I've brought in. But like any good manager, I'm after other players. I'm after improvements all the time. You know, whether it's loss of form, a bit of an injury, whatever, and I'm always pushing. And I just need those crowds to come and get behind the boys, and they'll see decent, entertaining football. You know, I know we've got beaten twice at home, but we've won 3, and we've played some decent football along the way, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah, you look at the Rovers crowd last night. I mean, how much of a difference would that make if you could get something close to that at
unbelievable for a club like ourselves. But we know we're not. You know, we're not after that. But we're just after that extra few hundred that makes the difference, that puts a smile on my chairman's face, and he can know that he can then let me go and get something that I want to do that's going to eventually be better for everybody.
Yeah. So Sean Harrod, do you think he's got a good chance for Saturday?
Yeah, he's with Wes today. He's doing a functional session with Wes on the grass. There was no chance I was even going to think about him for Tuesday night, to be honest. But I do like to not tell everybody all the time. So apologies for maybe misleading people, but that's, you know, I don't think you need to be throwing your team and who's available about all the time. He'll come into the reckoning because everybody put in a massive shift, and we'll have to see how we are. Hopefully he gets through to David Wes, you know, on there, and hopefully he can take part in training tomorrow and be available in some part on Saturday.
Yeah, I know you haven't got massive amounts of numbers that aren't in the team at the moment, but would you be looking to get anyone out on loan if you get another body in?
Not right now. We'll see where we are. It's something I've thought about with a couple of the younger boys who are not getting a chance of football. But at the minute I can't. You know, we're too light in numbers. I literally got 18 players yesterday. So not at the moment. But I say we'll reassess it. We've got a reserve game. We play Oxford next week in the JPT. We've got a reserve game against Swansea the following week. And after that we'll see where we are with the squad. Hopefully we can do one or two things. But hopefully we just keep progressing along the lines we are at the moment.
Yeah, just finally with the possible loan players, that's something that can only happen if the crowds improve, or could it happen? Are you going to be able to just about scrape it in anyway?
I think we should be all right.
Yep.
You know, it's not going to break the bank. But that said, like I say, I like to keep the chairman sweet, and for when I do really need something later in the season.
Could it happen before Fleetwood, or is it?
No, it won't happen before Fleetwood. It'll perhaps happen before Oxford if I can push it through.
Right. Okay. Cheers, Mark. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mark.